It's coffee time. Just like dragged that across my nose. Oh, hello! My face shall now taste like coffee. We're having a long conversation yesterday about whether or not, like, like cocoa butters, those really thick moisturizer things, and like coconut butter and all of that stuff that you can rub into your skin, whether or not if you rub that into your skin long enough, you will actually taste like that thing. To which I said no, because just because it smells like that doesn't mean that it's going to taste like that, right? So I was just now imagining a scenario in which, like, I rubbed coffee-flavored moisturizer all over my body and then was just like, yes, I taste like coffee now, love me. Be the creepiest person ever. So sorry about the video yesterday. This is 2 weeks in a row now that on Friday it has told me that the format is wrong, and I don't know if that's a coincidence or if I should be making a very conscious effort to get my videos up early on Fridays. I should be making a conscious effort to get these videos up early every day. It just doesn't happen sometimes, or most of the time. But yeah, so I went to upload that video and it just did not happen. So that's unfortunate. I'm sorry about that, but it's still telling me that the format's wrong, so I can't even upload it now. So hopefully this one goes up. Last time, the next video that I made did fine. I think that it's just now registered in the system. Sometimes when you, for those of you who've never uploaded a video on YouTube, sometimes when you upload a video and then it has some sort of a problem, some sort of a conflict that makes it so that it's not able to publish it, sometimes when you try to re-upload it, it analyzes the file and says, oh, this is the same as that other file that we uploaded before. Sorry, there was a burp in the middle there. This is the same as that other file from before. So we're going to apply all of the same things onto this new file because they're identical, right? So then when I go to upload that same file from before, sometimes it still says, no, remember, this is the wrong format. We already did this. And I'm like, no, but I think you just didn't understand. Like, I'm trying to give you a second shot. And it's like, you know, we're a computer, and computers are pretty good at what they do. So we're going to go ahead and say that, yeah, this is the wrong format. And I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. So this is the issue that with a lot of problems that wind up happening with videos, sometimes YouTube does this, at least for me, and I know that this has happened for other people as well. I don't know if this is a consistent problem, but I'm just hoping that every time I upload coffee on Friday, regardless of the time, it's not going to tell me, oh, the format's wrong, try uploading your next video tomorrow. Because that would be super unfortunate. Anywho, YouTube problems. YouTuber problems. So to give you an update on the exercise regimen, which I have done very well with, exercised every day, but I've also been told by a lot of people that I need to have a day of rest to make sure that my body is like healing and that I'm not going to hurt myself, etc. Because that's the best way for you to actually like build muscle and have this be a good process rather than just putting a lot of tax on your body. So I decided that Sundays are going to be my rest days, and at the very most I'll do something very light and something that has nothing to do with a part of my body that I've been working out a lot. Like, I'm not going to go jogging, I'm not going to do push-ups, I'm not going to do anything that utilizes a muscle that I use a lot during the week. So Sundays are going to be my relax days. But today, Erin and I went for a jog and met up at Starbucks because we're on opposite sides of the same Starbucks, and it's about equidistant for us, so it's like the perfect place to jog to and just be like, oh, let's get coffee, hang out, chat about life, all right, bye, and then jog home. And it's like a mile jog. And we both got there, and Erin goes, you know, this is supposed to be a 5-minute jog. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. She goes, how long did it take you? Because it took me about 10 to 15 minutes. And I said, yeah, that's about how long it took me too. So that's one of our fitness goals now, is not just, remember before when I was saying one of my goals is to be able to jog all the way to Starbucks and not feel like I'm going to die. So now my very specific goal is being able to jog to Starbucks within 5 minutes. So that means no fluctuating speeds, like maintaining a speed that's not too fast right off the get-go, not having to stop and like power walk and then start jogging again, because these are all things that I do, which I think is okay, honestly. I would much rather that when I feel on the cusp of that dizzy, like, awful feeling because I don't have the stamina for it, I would much rather stop and start like really power walking until I feel like I can jog again instead of reaching that point where I think I'm gonna just like vom everywhere, you know? So, yeah, but I think that we can do it. Our goal is by Anime Expo. We want to be able to jog to Starbucks within 5 minutes, and we want our arms to be stronger, like a bit leaner. People always say that my arms look really good, which is so sweet, but I think that it's like an optical illusion because I'm not very strong, honestly, and a lot of this is just like squish. But like, I think because of the elliptical, like doing this on the elliptical, all in here gets kind of like fit looking. So people say, wow, your arms are looking really good. And I'm like, thanks, I can't lift anything, right? So I want to be like stronger. I want this to be, I don't want to be buff. I don't want to have like ripped muscles. I don't think that would look good on me, honestly. But I don't know. I just want to know that I have like some strength there, right? I want to be strong. Strong as the new skinny? Question mark. Yes. So that's the fitness goals by Anime Expo, which is the 4th of July weekend, July 4th through the 7th, I think, which I think Aaron and I are planning on going. Wait, let me bring up a calendar. April, May, June, July. I think we're planning on going the 4th and the 5th, or the 4th or the 5th. I'm not sure. In the past, we've only ever gone like one day. We've just gotten a one-day pass and gone and looked at everything. But this year, she is going to be gone for that weekend. So we're either going Thursday and Friday or Thursday or Friday. And I'm not sure which one. I can't remember. But we're really excited because we think that this year, the artist section is going to have lots of Kuroko stuff. And going there on Thursday/Friday is going to be great because maybe people won't be sold out of things. We'll be able to be like, give us all the art prints. I spent so much money. Anime Expo is like, oh gosh, I spend so much money at Anime Expo just in the art section. The artist area, like, is amazing. Today was kind of frustrating. Aside from like the jog was great. Got to sit and chat with Aaron, and we talked about hilarious teachers that we've had in the past, and then we jogged back, and we both felt, you know, awesome about ourselves. And then I was hanging out, doing like work emails and stuff, and then I had planned on I tried to make mead. That's what I was going to film today. I brought everything over to my friend's house because so many people, again, so glad you guys are here to give me a suggestion. So many of you said, do this with a friend, if only for the fact that carbot is going to be really heavy once there's all that honey and water in it, and you have to like, yeah. So it's like, okay, I'm going to get my friend Jared to help me out with it. Not Frodo, different Jared. It's like, all right, I think my friend Jared would be like super into helping me do this. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So I go over there, and I'm trying to figure out how to even explain what happened. So the yeast that I got, the yeast that was suggested to me, is from a brand called W Yeast. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, because it's literally just yeast with a W before it, but it's like a direct pitch. So you have a packet with another tiny packet inside, and you're supposed to just like, you kind of slap it and pop the second packet that's in there, and then the yeast is released, and then it expands, right? You just like leave it alone for 3 hours or more, and just let it expand, let the yeast kind of sit and start doing its business. And then when you're ready to use the yeast, you just open up the packet and dump however much you need into your mead or wine or sake or whatever. So I was like, that's pretty easy, that's kind of cool, and everybody was saying that it was very good yeast to use. And so I said, dope. I'm going to go ahead and do this 3 hours before we're planning on filming. So I pick it up, and I slap it. I feel around in there, and it feels like it's not quite popped, so I like slap it again, and then I hear it start to fizz. I hear like lots of science happening in there. And I was like, oh, it worked. Okay. So then what you have to do next is like shake it up a bunch. So I shook it up a bunch, and then I just put it on the counter and left it alone. So flash forward to when we had everything ready to go, and we're like, yes, we're going to make mead. This is going to be dope, right? And I look at the yeast packet, and it hasn't expanded at all. It looks exactly the same. It's like, that's very strange. So I kind of put my ear up against it. I don't hear anything. And I looked at Jared, I looked at the packet, and I felt it again, and I could feel that the packet was still in there. Like it still felt like it wasn't popped. It's like, how did I mess this up? Like, how on earth did I mess this up? So I think instead of doing that, because I think it had like a hole in it, like I think something happened, but I don't know what, and now I'm concerned about like using it. I don't know. But so I think that I'm just gonna do what the original, because it's like a really old recipe, the one that I'm using. So the really old recipe says just use regular bread yeast because it's like sweet. So I'm like, all right, maybe I'll just follow the original directions like I am with every other aspect of this. Maybe I'll just follow the original directions and just get the bread yeast and do it with that, because I'm concerned about using this like yeast packet that may or may not have exploded. I don't know. I'm so confused. So I apologize profusely to Jared. I was like, I'm so sorry that I said we were going to do this thing, and now we can't do this thing. And he was like, it's cool. I've been gardening all day, so I feel really manly. And I was like, oh, okay. So it all, like, worked out, and we got, he and his roommates and I, we all, like, got a bunch of Italian food and just hung out, and that made me feel better. But so sad. The universe does not want me to make this show. The universe is so against this I Tried series, and I refuse. I refuse to be deterred. It's gonna happen. Ow. And I don't care. I hope that you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. I'm wide awake, and it's midnight right now, so I'm gonna go through my clothes again, because I'm sick of having 3,000 t-shirts. Okay, bye. Mwah, 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 mwah.